What's up, YouTube? We're back again with the Camaro. This time we're going to be putting the wheels on. So these are the 15-inch beadlock, single beadlock from Billet Specialties. And we assembled one wheel already, so we're going to do the second wheel. And these, to run these, you actually have to do the 15-inch conversion, which is why we went with the Carlisle. That gives you the amount of space you need to run these wheels, because they are way smaller than the factory wheels, of course, than the 19-inch. So what we have to do now is install the valve stems. We had to order these valve stems from Billet Specialties because I don't know why the rear ones didn't come with it. The front wheels, the runners, do come with the valve stem installed. So this is the part number that we're using. And we have 2 more left. So we're gonna end up taking this out. There's 2 nuts, a washer, and 2 rubbers. So we called them up to see if there was any torque specs on these, but they told us just to run it in until you see the rubber getting squished a bit, and then you just run the second nut to lock it in place. So that's what we're gonna do. Let me get a wrench to run this in. I'll put you guys back on. This is the second one. So once that little rubber starts pushing out to the sides and you run the second one, you tighten it a little bit, and then you're gonna be good. I don't know how well you guys can see it. I think that's enough. We got another 12, so I can hold the first one and then run it in a little more. Alright, so we got it tight. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is that we have the rim sitting on a 5-gallon bucket with the towel on top. The reason we're doing this is so we could slide the bead over the rim, the first bead, and then the second one's gonna sit on top. So next we're gonna put some soapy water. Another thing is that these are the wheels that we're gonna be running, the Mickey Thompson's ET Street R. The size is 325, 50, 15. So the first one doesn't really matter what side the rotation is, but on the second one you have to do the opposite of the first one. So this is the rotation if you see on the tire, has the arrow pointing that way. So on the first one, I guess the first one's on the driver's side, the one that we did. So this is gonna be the passenger side. So if you look at the wheel and you're looking at the passenger side, so the rotation is facing the right way. So that means that we're going to have to put the soapy water on this side. And also what we're gonna do is we want these letters to be on the top, the ET Street R to be on the bottom. So the rim does have some letters on it. It has the valve stem and the Billet Specialties on here. So this is where the ET Street R is going to be. And then on the top, on the actual ring, it also has some other letters. So we wanted to match up with the tire. This is our little soapy water. I'm going to put a little brush, paintbrush. I'm going to put some around the rim. And we're gonna put some on the tire. Let me see if I could do it on the first try. Couldn't, so let me try it again. I got it in, and what I had to do is put some weight on the rim so it wouldn't move around, and then I slid the tire on. So now I'm gonna try to figure out the center of this to center the rim. Next we're gonna put the ring on. So these are the letters that we're gonna see, and we're gonna start putting in the bolts. So you just put a little bit of anti-seize in the bolts. Let me see. And we're gonna start putting all the bolts in, but we're only gonna start tightening 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, and then we'll start doing the rest of the bolts. Okay, so basically what we're doing now is just a crisscross pattern, tightening all the bolts, but not only hand tighten, like not torque. So we're gonna run them until they stop, and then we're gonna get the torque wrench and torque them to 18 foot-pounds. And we're using for these wheels, we're using a 12-point socket. What is it? It's a 5/16 12-point socket. We picked this up at Lowe's for like $4 for these specific wheels, because these are the type of bolts it has. So I'm gonna get to that real quick, and then I'll put you guys back on once we're torquing them. We got the bolts all torqued down to 18 foot-pounds. So these wheels require for you to retorque them clockwise. So we're gonna start down here by the valve stem and go all the way around one more time. Okay, so we got all the bolts torqued. This is the other wheel. So these are single beadlocks, which means that there's only one beadlock ring on the front. So for the back, this bead has to sit right here, right on this edge. So we have to take it to a tire shop so they can put air. We did it on the Beadlocks on the Silverado, and what we did, we used the ratchet strap on around the wheel, and we went to the gas station and we just started putting air with a lot of soapy water around here, and it worked for us. But for these, I think we're just gonna go to a tire shop and get these mounted, as well as the skinnies, because the skinnies we have to put the tires on them. So let's head on over there and get these wheels done. We're back with the wheels, and we got these tires mounted on these wheels, and they balanced the rim for us. For the rears, we didn't get them balanced. A lot of people don't get these balanced, so we just decided to run them like that. So now we're gonna put them on. We're gonna start with the front, and to mount these, we need these lug nuts. Every car is different, so for this Camaro we need these. This is the part number. See if it focus. If you could get that, but basically there's a really small gap between the stud and the barrel on the wheel. So these slide in there with a washer. So let me jack up the car, remove a wheel, and then we'll put these on. Alright, so we messed up. These lug nuts are supposed to be for the back, not for the front. We didn't torque them or anything, so we're good. You gotta get the washer out, and then we'll put these in the back. We got the part number that for the lug nuts are gonna be used in the front, and then the ones I showed you earlier, these are for the back. Finally got the wheels on after a year of them sitting. This is how they're gonna look. So this is why you need those lug nuts. So now we're gonna torque the wheels. We got our Craftsman torque wrench, and we're gonna torque them to, you can see it says 14mm studs, go from 85 to 95 foot-pounds, so we're gonna do 95. Start here, and then do the front, and then install the wheels on the other side. So there you have it, 15-inch Carlisle brake kit with Billet Specialty 15-inch wheels. This is the front. So we're gonna have some pictures up on Instagram. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Yonke_OXC Films. I'll leave that in the description down below. And we'll catch you in the next one.